Champions League. Can you?
Yes and no. Obviously, it's been a surreal upcoming for the club, and we've kind of accelerated where we wanted to get to, probably quicker than anyone anticipated. But at the same time, we know we're good enough. We believe in our group, we believe in the manager and the coaching staff, and we're here for a reason. We deserve to be here. We've taken on any battle and opportunity that we've had in front of us this season, especially in this competition, and we've won the games that we needed to be where we are. So, yeah, you can maybe look and think, yeah, our name and club probably don't deserve to be here, but that's not how we look at it at all. We look at the players in the group we've got, and we think, yeah, we fully deserve to be here, and we're fully competing, and we want to keep going and keep pushing.
It's exciting. You've got a lot of work to do, obviously, and focus on all the professional things you do. Can you allow yourself a moment to go, to share that excitement, to say, wow, look at this?
Probably not at this moment in time, no. I think we've got a job at hand, we've got a task to do, so maybe look back at it, or it's for other people to do from the outside, but within, we're just focused on the games and playing them for what they are and competing and trying to win the games ultimately. I think if you get too ahead of yourself, or you try and think about the occasion and stuff, that's probably where your best performances don't come out. So no, we're fully focused, and we know we've got a job at hand, so it's not nothing to worry about at this moment in time.
Bonjour Morgan, en français s'il te plaît. French? No French?
No French.
Okay. In this Villa team, there's a few French players like Lucas Digne, Bouba Kamara, and Axel Disasi. Did you speak with them about this PSG team, and what did they tell you about that? Because they played against PSG, or Lucas Digne even played for PSG. So did they tell you anything about this team?
I don't think they need to tell me how good they were. I think I could see that for myself in the rounds before, how good they were, and when analysing them. But in terms of the atmosphere and stuff, yeah, they've obviously had experience beforehand, and they all tried to help us and give us kind of how it was going to be and how it was going to play out. And yeah, it lived up to that. But it's an exciting time to play in a new stadium, to play at one of the biggest teams in the world. But yeah, having people that have probably experienced it before definitely helps, not just them three, but also other people that have played in the competition before at later stages. It helps having that experience and just that know-how of how to get things done and how to play a game away from home in a difficult environment. So not just them three, but I think having players who have experienced it before definitely helps, yeah.
Afternoon, Morgan.
Okay.
I remember chatting to you after your debut and your goal for England under-21s last year, and then you said you wanted to score your first goal for Villa off the back of that. Amazing 12 months for you now, an England international, hat-trick in the Champions League. Was there a particular moment you feel that was key in your development in the last 12 months where you feel like it really clicked?
Not a particular moment. I'd say the end of last season, getting them games under my belt by force with injuries and whatnot that happened, and that having to accelerate and to learn on the job about what the manager wants, what the team wants, and what type of player I'm going to be in this league and at the club. And yeah, I think that really helped me. I might not have been ready at all times in different environments and different games that I can think of at the top of my head that I struggled in, but being able to have that experience of them, whatever 15 games it was last season, definitely helped me for this season to just kick on and know what to expect and to know what I needed to improve on and learn from and kind of take forward. So I'd say that key moment of having to learn on the job and kind of in the midst of it while competing to try and get top 4 last season, I think that was probably the best thing that happened to me, and just having to sort it out and figure it out for myself.
And you talked about you and the team feeling like you deserve to be at this level. Can you just talk to us about how much belief there is that you can overturn this deficit, and what's the message been like in that changing room?
Yeah, there's massive belief. Most people wrote us off before the tie. The first leg, I think we gave a pretty good account of ourselves. Of course, there's details and areas that we want to improve on and learn from for the second leg, but ultimately we know what they're like now. We've played them. We're kind of more comfortable in that sense of already playing them, and listen, we know there's a task at hand. We know what we need to do, but we're excited. Under the lights at home, playing in this competition in the quarter-final, there's not many places better to be, and if anyone's going to turn it around, it's going to be us, and it's down to us, and I think we're excited for that challenge. We're looking forward to it. We know it's going to be difficult, but we're not saying we're going to do it by any stretch of the imagination, but we're definitely going to give it a go and go out to win 100%.
Hi Morgan. The atmosphere for the home games previously in the Champions League has been incredible. How important will the fans be?
Yeah, massive. Two-legged ties, that's the whole purpose of it. You get your advantage at home, and especially in the position we're in, the second leg being at home, I think that's massive for us. I think we can create a real atmosphere. We've done it this season in the big games, not just Champions League, but in the big league games as well. They're a massive push and a massive boost for us, and we're going to need them again tomorrow night. There's going to be no different, and yeah, that energy, that feeling, that vibe sometimes is bigger than the actual game, in the sense of that's what drives you on. You can forget about all the tactics, all the intricate stuff that we're going to work on. It sometimes it's just about that sheer energy and heart and determination within the stadium that we connect with the fans connect with us, and sometimes that can just be enough to pull you through tough moments and to get you to where you need to go. So yeah, it's going to be massive. We need every bit of support, and yeah, we'll feed off that 100%.
Hi Morgan. You mentioned earlier that you have full confidence in the manager. How important is his experience for the group, and how can he impact the group of players at Villa?
Yeah, massive. As I said, similar with the players playing the competition, also having a manager that's competed at this level, and I'm sure it's been difficult where he's probably been on the other side in terms of winning as well as losing, so he knows both dressing rooms and the vibe, and he knows what needs to be done. So having that kind of at the top of us in terms of helping us and trying to get us through this tie is massive, and he's one of the main reasons we're here in this scenario in the first place, just how he is, how he works, how he operates. So it's going to be no different for this game in terms of how we're going to set up, how we're going to work, how we're going to play it and try and overcome it. So yeah, it's massive having someone that's been through it all and can help, especially younger players, but also even the experienced ones, just to try and get us through it and to try and win us the game.
Morgan, I think it's 8 wins out of the last 9 matches in all competitions, and I saw an interview you did after the Brighton game where you said you'd basically drawn a line in the sand at some point. Was that? How did that come about? Was that a meeting of some kind where that line was drawn, or what was the actual kind of, or was it kind of more of an organic kind of thing?
No, we had a meeting when all the new players came in January, and we kind of knew that was the squad for the rest of the season, and the manager just said, listen, whatever happens before, we're here. In each competition, he told us where we were and who we were playing and stuff, and he just said, this is the next part of the season, this is the most important bit. We've not probably done as well or been as consistent as we'd have liked, but we had a chance to turn it around. We were still firmly in competitions, and we were still firmly in the mix in the Premier League, and we knew we had to go on a run. We knew we had to start winning games pretty quickly and kind of catch up to certain teams that we wanted to. And yeah, it was just kind of just a conversation in that sense, really, that we knew that we've got our next few tough months coming ahead. The games are coming thick and fast, and they're going to be massive games with a lot on the line. But I think the way the squad has come together, I don't think you kind of could have imagined how quickly it's kind of all gelled together, and how players off the bench are making an impact as well as starting, because it's difficult, and we've got a competitive squad that can compete on all fronts, and you kind of don't know who's going to play. We all come into training and the day before the game and the day of the game, we don't know who's playing. It could be, honestly, anyone, a flip of a coin at this moment in time, but that's the ability of a squad that we probably haven't had in the last year or so that we've finally got now, and that's why I think the performances are so strong, just because we've got so many options. People can stay a bit more fresh, and we're all competing, but we all want to win, and we all want to get to the same goal, and that's massive. And I think the manager bringing us in together, kind of getting us aligned on the same path, and knowing that if you're not starting, we've not got time to care about it, in the sense of we've got places we want to get to, and we've got ambitions, so there's no time for it. And to be fair, the boys have been excellent, even if they've been playing or not playing, been disappointed, been out a few games. They've come in and done what they need to do and done their jobs, and that's massive.
Tom, last one, please.
Hi Morgan, you talk about your period of adaptation here. How much have you learned from Ollie Watkins, both on the pitch, off the pitch, and can you just talk a bit about how watching him or speaking to him helped your adaptation to playing at this level?
Yeah, Ollie's been massive for me. Just playing with him for obviously large parts has kind of us two up there up front, and yeah, like we have different games, we play differently, but we've worked so well, and I think our connection has just got better and better. I think that comes with off the pitch and getting to know people and kind of getting closer, and I think we have done that. So yeah, it's nice to play with players of that quality, of that calibre, especially what he did last season. He's someone that I definitely looked up to and wanted to be around, to play with, and kind of, he improves my game in a sense, because when he wants the ball at a certain time, when he makes certain runs, I've got to play it, and if I don't, he's not going to be happy. He's a striker, he wants the ball, he wants to score, so yeah, he's kind of up my game, and yeah, we've worked really well together, but I think that comes with off the pitch and comes with being closer and getting closer connections, that on the pitch just becomes a way easier. You can talk to each other on a different level. If things aren't right, it's not personal, it's just about football, and I think that's massive, and not just with him, I've done that with a lot of the players. The more I've got to know, the more I've started playing, the closer I've got with them on and off the pitch, and you can just say things and nothing gets back, and after it's all forgotten about. So yeah, I think that makes a group closer and better, and I think that's why we play so well together and we enjoy playing with each other, because ultimately we get on, and that's the most important thing, really.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.